Hey there everybody and anybody, and welcome to Luigi's Mansion 3 review. Luigi's Mansion 3 is an adventure game where you play as Luigi from the Mario Brothers franchise. In the game, you move around a haunted skyscraper hotel capturing the ghosts that inhabit it. Each floor has puzzles and gemstone sets to find, as well as boss battles that test the skills that Luigi has picked up along the way. The goal of Luigi's Mansion 3 is to save your Toad friends, and I say friend in quotations because you were decidedly not nice or friendly towards them. Thank you. I'm using your face to shatter glass. I'm a terrible friend. As well as your brother Mario and Princess Peach. This game is geared toward kids, as it's rated E and is for the Nintendo Switch console. Therefore, it does have a lot of childlike humor and can be a bit tropey at times. But that does not mean it wasn't enjoyable. In fact, I think the innocence and naive nature of Luigi and the ghosts he was capturing was fun and refreshing, and it really goes to show that not all video games have to be thought-provoking, violent, or adult-themed in order to be considered a great game. So, let's break Luigi's Mansion into bits. First, let's start with the visuals. This game is beautiful. It isn't graphically stunning with lots of far-reaching landscapes or details, but it doesn't need to be. It's cartoony and colorful, and reminds me a lot of playing Super Mario 64. But that's what it's supposed to be, and it does it very well. The cutscenes are exceptionally well done and funny, and some of my favorite boss battles were because I enjoyed the cutscenes that they had, not necessarily because of the mechanics of the fight itself. Scared ghost cop. Luigi's reactions to every boss really made the game.
Ooh. Huh? Ah, egad.
One large issue I had with this game were the controls. Whenever you would flash a ghost, shoot a plunger, or use your dark light, it was near impossible to turn Luigi left or right. With the ghost flying all around you, that made it a hindrance immediately. I had my 6-year-old give it a whirl, and frustrations and tears welled up very quickly. There is a bit of a workaround, being the use of the shoulder buttons, but I only found that out by accident, as the tutorial didn't even attempt to teach you the alternative. This brings me to the gameplay, which can also be broken down into pieces. There's a general exploration, puzzles, and bosses. General exploration does have its perks of finding secret areas, vacuuming up ghosts for EGAD's collection, and filling your bank account. Although it can get a little dull and lengthy, and for the most part, I removed them from my Let's Play for time and a real lack of excitement. Although, watching Luigi break into a jewelry store and just smash and grab for profit was a nice break from the innocence of the game.
You get all the Rolexes and everything. Everybody knows that.
Puzzles, on the other hand, were very fun and sometimes kept you on your toes. Although not every floor had many brain teasers, the ones that did were great.
Oh my flippin' flip.
As for the boss battles, they were a mixed bag. The goal should obviously be to make each battle more difficult than the previous, kind of as you progress, but I didn't always feel that to be the case, as some bosses stumped me for a long time.
Dude, what the fuck?
While others, in further levels, I seem to just breeze through. Well, that might just be how my brain works. I believe they made some mechanics just a little bit too obvious.
Boom!
Without spoiling any battles too much, for those who may be watching this before buying, Helen Gravely was easily my favorite boss in the game, and she made you use all of your skills. But it made the next and final boss, King Boo, a real disappointment. He was difficult, sure, but the mechanics were just lazy in comparison to what you had to battle just moments before. I did find one bug, and only one in this entire game, where a toad attempted to ride your back, and the game kind of freaked out a bit on me.
That was something else.
Next, let's mention the music, which was amazing. They were able to make this game seem both spooky and upbeat at the exact same time, which is a feat within itself. On top of that, each boss had its own mini soundtrack, which either added depth to the fight or humor to lighten the mood.
Toad! Ooh. Huh? Ugh.
There's nothing really negative I could actually say about the score of this game. I didn't even find it repetitive or annoying. The voice acting was also a high point for me, and I caught myself mimicking Luigi constantly.
It's me, Luigi.
The mix of Ewok gobbledygook with little bits of English mixed in just added to the flair. The last thing I want to talk about is multiplayer. First, there's story mode, which has its ups and downs. You cannot play multiplayer until you unlock Luigi, which is a couple of floors into the game. So it becomes watching your friend play and learn mechanics without you until you just spawn into existence. A positive is that it makes all of the bosses and puzzles easier. So if you have a child that wants to play with you, you really can help them progress without having to take the controller and do things for them. Multiplayer modes, I dove into only for a short period of time. These can be played with anywhere from 2 to 8 players and a local only, no online play. This is easily the weakest part of this game, and not because the game modes can't be fun, but because if you don't have 4 or more people to play with locally, they just aren't fun. You can taste that potential for fun, but you can't really indulge in it. Overall, this game was excellent, and I would recommend it to anybody out there, and I truly hope another Luigi's Mansion game is in the works without it taking another 10 years to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.